is one of my favorites. Words by Ira Gershwin is, oh my, what a joy it is to listen to it and watch it.
For me
every
too.
night.
I mean, part of the reason that I said yes to doing this play was to have the opportunity to immerse myself in the Gershwin American Songbook.
Yeah.
You know, a body of work that we all know so well, but I wanted to dive full in to really get the story, the backstory, which I'm getting from being in this play, to really understand the arc of Ira and George's lives and how it impacted their local community, this nation, and the world.
To this day.
To this day, and still does. You know, there's a line in the play about that these songs they are now called standards, and Ira goes, I like that word, and it's true.
Yeah.
You know, it's such a beautiful moment in the play.
It is. Well, Jake Broder as Ira has so many. I mean, so many. And what's so great, Terry, is that people who knew Ira, like Michael Feinstein.
Yes, that was wonderful.
And his nephew, Mike.
Right, family was here.
His family was here.
Yeah.
And they say it's like Ira's come back to life. Because not only does Jake look like him, he's caught his soul.
Yes.
And his body language and everything. Ira Gershwin sits on our stage and talks to us every night. And I do have to tell you, one of the things that I love about what I do is that I get to see shows over and over again and don't have to buy a ticket. And don't have to leave my house.
Right.
I mean, my house. I can just go up the back and watch anytime I want.
Yeah.
And that's really great.
It is. It is. There's one moment in the show where I do a duet with Jake, with Ira, and it's "Shall We Dance," this beautiful song, and it's
so simple.
It's simple and
so
elegant and honest. It's so honest, and I told Jake, I said, you know, a few nights ago I dreamt that we were doing the song, we were running the song, and I said, and it was really. I just really felt it. Like I knew that I had owned that music and performance when it was inhabiting my dreams. And Jake said, "How'd I sound?" I go, "You sounded great." You know, he sang it beautifully in my dream. But it's a really lovely moment for me to do that because of the simplicity.
It's one of my favorite moments in the show.
Oh, great! Thank you.
That sweet duet.
Yeah.
Because that and such a beautiful song, but it's so interesting about Jake because Jake is a real singer.
I know.
I mean, he's a major, legit singer.
Yes.
But Ira was not.
Right.
So he's had to
flatten
himself his voice down.
Yeah.
And I had it's so sad. I had an audience member afterwards say, "Oh gosh, this show was great. It was so great, but why didn't you get a better singer to play Ira?"
It's such a conscious and challenging point of view to take, you know, that Jake's doing, to really just reel himself in, and we worked on that in that arrangement too. We kept exploring it and discovering it so that we got it as simple as possible,
right,
for both of us.
And that's what works so beautifully.
Yeah.
It's wonderful simplicity,
and it's believable.
Yeah.
It's believable. I actually believe that I'm listening to Ira and watching Ira speak about his own life and his own family. And the audience does too, which is so charming to me.
Yeah.
How do you decide, with so many wonderful playwrights, how do you decide what makes it into this theater?
Oh gosh, people ask me that, and it's hard to. The only way I can answer that is to say, when I read a play, I visualize it.
Oh.
I hear the actors talking.
Right.
I kind of see it on the stage. And if I want to see that play...
Yeah. then that's
you know,
the play.
that's really it. Do I want to see that play? And I'm fortunate
That's a really great reason.
because my taste seems to mirror... We have a very, solid... loyal subscription audience, and we have other people who come all the time, and my taste seems to mirror theirs. So,
right.
But
well, in this family or community of people that support the theater have grown with you, I would imagine, for all the years.
All these years, yeah.
Yeah, even at your previous location.
Well, that's what drove the move to the larger theater here in Burbank, which is we had this killer subscriber base.
Right.
I mean, people were driving in, to this day, they drive in from Orange County, from the west side.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. I don't understand it. And when I ask them, I said, why do you come all that way? And the answer invariably is some variation of, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So, but as...
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And I get that. It's like that quote that I'm using.
That's my next question. I wanted to ask you, Barbara, at the end of... Barbara comes up at the beginning of the play and introduces the theater and the company and just talks about the theater, but you always end with this beautiful quote, and I wanted you to share that with everybody.
Yeah, well, it's in... this is the last show of our season, so obviously we're in a subscription campaign, and I tick off the reasons to subscribe, and Terry is actually part of that. He throws me, I go up for a moment and he throws me a cue, which is really fun. It just happened one night and we kept it in, which is what happened.
I enjoyed
it.
But
it's a quote, and I can't remember, the name, give me this.
Here you go.
The name of from a blogger named Chris Riata, and I don't know who that is, but there was a wonderful article, a blog that he wrote, and the quote was, "Life is about memories. People who spend money on experiences instead of things are much happier."
Yeah.
And that's why I guess they drive in from Orange County.
Yeah.
They're spending money on experiences.
It really, that quote, that's okay. That quote actually sums up the spirit of what you bring and what you've co-created and created and nurtured for most of your life.
Right.
As an artist, as an actress, as a woman, as a teacher, as a subscriber and fan of theater.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of music. Somebody, last night, after last night's show, they came down the stage to compliment the band, and they said, we love watching you smile when you play. You were smiling when you were playing. And so I said, music makes me happy.
And I get that, because I love music, but I'm also from a family of musicians. My brother is a professional drummer.
Wow.
My nephew-in-law is a professional pianist.
Mm-hmm.
And my nephew is a trumpeter. All successful.
And did you grow up playing piano or singing or dancing or any?
I had piano lessons.
Right.
Everybody in those days had piano lessons.
Yeah.
I sang in all the choirs.
Yes.
In high school, and took dance, of course, as part of my acting training.
Right.
But acting was really what it was for me. But I grew up in a house full of music.
And I think my final question: do you miss acting, or do you feel that this is equally as creative as an outlet? And it sounds like you found your home artistically in your heart.
I have yet. Last thing I did was really 15 years ago. 20 years ago.
20, yeah. When you were 15.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just running.
Well, 17. Anyway, so if a role came along that I thought, I can do that much better than anybody, I will. Although I do have to say, we do a summer kids camp. And it's a 4-week program that culminates in the kids doing a show. And this year, the show is going to be Annie Jr. And the director, Karen Kendrick, decided she wanted adults to play Rooster, Lily, and Miss Hannigan. Guess who's playing Miss Hannigan?
I can only imagine.
In her triumphant return to the stage.
I need to come see this.
I am scared to death.
You all need to come see this.
I don't know if I can even remember lines anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to have cue cards all over the stage.
Right.
Because it's been 20 years.
Yeah, well, I think you'll rise to the occasion. I want, we're going to include the website and phone number, but I want everybody to look up the Colony Theater in Burbank, California, and come see these amazing, wonderful, very inventive, heartfelt, with extremely talented actors. And I'm saying that not just based on the play I'm in. I've seen other productions here. And it's always, the talent is world class, and the theater is great. How many seats?
270.
270 seats, so there's not a bad seat in the house. The sound is great, and I really encourage you to support live theater and the artistic community. You know, this is so important, and it's so powerful and beautiful. So, thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure working with you. I'm really
it was
enjoying
my
this.
pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see y'all later.
And thank you.